It's clear that if we want to open up Jerusalem for 10 million tourists a year, which is 5 times the industry that we have today, and open it up, we have more jewels in the city of Jerusalem for the tourism marketplace than any other city in the world. We're not exploiting that value. If we, hopefully never, even think of giving parts of it to the Palestinian leadership, we're going to get Hamas right next to us. It's going to kill our ability to bring tourists and open it up.
Dividing Jerusalem in our time is the siege over Jerusalem in our time.
And anybody who comes into Jerusalem, Jerusalem is effectively divided, and it is divided by a wall. And I really invite anybody on the next visit to Jerusalem to come, and I will show how the city is divided effectively. When we say sharing as opposed to dividing, it means that there will be Palestinian control and administration in the Palestinian neighborhoods, Israeli control in the Jewish neighborhood.
A creation of an Arab capital in our ancient capital of Jerusalem, that for the long run means the end of Jerusalem as the capital of the Jewish nation.
I think that even discussing division of Jerusalem is a strategic threat for the city of Jerusalem. In my vision, Jerusalem, by the way, the word Jerusalem in Hebrew is Yerushalayim. The root is Shalem, holistic, whole. Jerusalem mustn't be thought of as parts. We have to make Jerusalem work as one integral city. It's our history. And I think the right direction to take Jerusalem is to make it, strengthen it, make it work better as a whole. And we mustn't even think about splitting it because it's going to kill the vision of a united Jerusalem, of a strong Jerusalem. More than that, even the discussion now causes a lot of people to think twice should they invest in parts of Jerusalem. Because if indeed it's going to be split, everyone realizes that it's a threat to the future of the city.
But it's extremely important for Christians and also for Muslims. 1/3 of the population of the city is Palestinian. The vast majority are Muslims, and they are an integral part of Jerusalem. And nobody can really control Jerusalem. By the way, the history of the city is rife with attempts, not very successful to do so. So the real challenge today is how to share Jerusalem, give expression to the heterogeneity of the city and to the different political claims.
If Israel will allow any foreign presence of a Palestinian sovereignty in Jerusalem, that will create a terror base 1,000 yards away from the Knesset. People who do not understand what is the map of Jerusalem do not understand that the people who suggest that these Arab remote neighborhoods will be allocated for the Arab capital, they will create a terror base in the heart of Jerusalem.
The vision of the city is very important to me. I see an open city, a city where access to all is guaranteed. I see a city which houses the Knesset and the government offices of Israel, and on the eastern parts, the parliament and the government offices of the Palestinians. The possibility that Palestinian residents of Jerusalem, within 10 years' time, they have the right, by the way, to vote for mayor, can find themselves in a situation where actually there will be a Palestinian mayor of Jerusalem, even if it's under Israeli control. That's not what we want. We want Jerusalem, and I personally want Jerusalem, to express the values that it should and has in the past represented. And these are the values of openness, pluralism, tolerance, and yes, peace.
I think that Israel has proven that when Jerusalem, United Jerusalem, is under our sovereignty, there's freedom of religion for the Muslims, for the Christians, for the Jews. We have to maintain that. I know that for the economic vision of scaling Jerusalem and making it successful, the Arabs in East Jerusalem buy into that. They want to take part of a united Jerusalem, successful, strong Jerusalem, rather than be under Hamas. They realize that, and I propose a win-win strategy for Jerusalem that has to be united.
If we cooperated, if we collaborated, which we can, and every Jerusalemite has a vested interest in doing so, we can make this city thrive.
I'm a Jerusalemite all my life. I care about Jerusalem. I love my city. I believe the city is in distress. And if not myself and others, who's gonna change the trends?
What we have to do is think not only creatively but constructively about how to make this city, which at the moment is divided, dirty, poor, what the heavenly vision of it is, and it can be the earthly vision as well, and that is a flourishing center of life. I think that's what Jerusalem is all about.
You great Hadassahs who've done so much and brought so much to our country, great medical care throughout the history. Where would Jerusalem be without Hadassah? I'm saying that you have to get behind this plan and you have to start lobbying in the city and in the government and use your influence that Jerusalem, the great city of Jerusalem, where you have your major institutions, you can have tremendous influence here.
Hadassah can take the lead. In many respects it has. On the level of human contact and respect for the dignity of the other, Hadassah has already taken the lead.